hostages died. They were killed when the police were trying to free them. If this happened in any of our Middle East countries, we would accuse the police of complete failure. And this is not the case in America. This is not the case this was not also the case. We have not heard with those so-called activists or human rights activists saying about the police that they were using excessive force or stuff like that. I mean, how we can reach this kind of being that civilized dealing with the matters?
Schools.
Please, sir, elaborate.
Maturity.
Schools. First,
I'm going to listen to both of you.
First, you should know there are two different things.
Yeah.
Education and being intellectual.
Amen to that.
Yeah, we can be educated, but
illiterate.
Zero in a lot of things. Schools is very important. Schools build nothing in the character of people to understand and analyze. Okay? Actually, they draw their characters. They wipe it off completely because the teachers trying to get their image. And this is the greatest problem we have. In America, no.
The case is different.
Absolutely, absolutely. People read, get knowledge in the school, knows how to challenge in a very polite and right way. So this is exactly what we have as a big difference. One other thing you said, we have the activists.
Yes.
I would like to...
The so-called, sir.
One thing I would like anyone in Egypt to tell me.
Yeah.
How those activists live if they don't have a job, from where they get money. Can anyone tell me one of those activists has a job? Zero. So, does he have a family?
By the way,
yes.
Till the moment, I'm not going to mention names here. One of the so-called presidential candidates, I don't know what his job till the moment, but I'm not going to mention neither his name.
Not the moment, before that even. Before that.
Even before. Dr. Salah, you were talking about maturity.
Yes. Our political life, the way of building our political life, there is a great mistake. We are looking to the president or the governor or the government as a whole as if they are father and mother, they are responsible about everything in our life. But in fact, the society must learn that the society is responsible for its own life. That the government or the president or whatever is just administrating our life, but he is not responsible for our life. We as a society, we are responsible about our life. By meaning, if there is accident, let us say, the doctor as a person is responsible, the nurse is responsible, the driver of the ambulance is responsible, the policeman, the man in the streets who can help in doing some work to help.
Yeah.
The whole society must be learn that we are responsible. In our education, we didn't tell our sons or our students what is his responsibility towards the society and what he needs from the society. He know what he needs, but he didn't know what is his responsibility.
His rights, but not his duties.
Yes. I need to eat, I need to dress, I need to marry, I want a house, I want a flat, I want a job when I became, I want a car, why the others have car and I'm not, okay. This is all. So what you will do to reach that, okay? They didn't learn them that. That's why you find the people behaving as if you are...
So we should start from
Others
scratch.
are wrong. They are not the wrong.
Yeah.
Others are doing a mistake. But they didn't do mistakes, okay? This is a big problem and it needs to be discussed in our society. We need to rearrange our society. Education, as the doctor say, need to be rearranged, to be...
You know, sir, it's really beneficial to learn from such incidents and to try to compare if this happened here or in any other similar place, how we should react. Because this is, I think, the very first steps of the crisis management lessons we should learn.
Yes.
Let's return back to Orlando, Dr. Azmy. and with the CIA Director John Brennan, who said it. I'm going to quote him. The group, and he meant Daesh, is attempting to inspire attacks by sympathizers who have no direct links to them, and they will continue to try to inspire lone wolf attacks, and it's the CIA's duty to share the intelligence with the FBI to help identify potential lone wolf attackers. The agency's responsibility to gather information about operations overseas. And with the word overseas, would you please put a lot of lines here? Is this going to be another excuse for other years to come to intervene into the internal affairs into many other countries with this excuse?
Would you mind if I can go outside a little bit and
Sure,
make a
sir.
bigger
Go
statement?
ahead.
Obama was questioned in the Congress. Why did he pay $8 billion to the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt?
To the terrorist brotherhood organization.
Okay, you said it. Okay. He brought a few points. First, he said that because President Morsi promised and fulfilled. Okay, what did he promise? A, he will prevent any bullet to be fired from Hamas toward Israel, and it happened. Give a 50,000 citizenship to Palestinians to move out of Gaza. Palestinians who
To
live in
Hamas
Gaza.
militants, to be accurate.
Yes, to come to Egypt with 750 square meters. Therefore, will not be Palestinians there, and the problem with Gaza will be solved, and Israel will take over. He will give Halab and Shalatin to Sudan, and Sudan will give to our ally in South Sudan, Darfur. And the last and the worst, he will cripple the Egyptian army. Okay, see what he did. $8 billion spent from the taxpayer money, and all this plan, and the Egyptian in June 30th told him goodbye, Obama, goodbye, Morsi, goodbye, all nonsense people. Do you think they will let it go? They are fighting to support their group in Syria. And when Russia got involved
Intervened.
and stopped Obama, Obama said, oh, they are civilians. He said, no. If a civilian's carrying gun, he's not civilian anymore. What happened? They brought Daesh to Syria because Obama wanted to bring ground troops to let them be within those who call Jaish al-Hur,
The so-called free army, yes.
the free army. Okay? And if Russia will fire toward them, they will kill the Americans, then an excuse that America will tolerate and work this way. That's why Russia, Daesh came in. Whatever you said now, excuse me, if I have someone work for me, I can tell him stop when I want, work when I want.
Yes.
Then it's a game. Definitely, as you said, it's an excuse to go around and do whatever they want to do with excuse of Daesh. But Daesh can stop any minute. Daesh started in Libya to be in the back of Egypt, to squeeze Egypt in the middle, at least to take Egypt from that direction.
To exhaust the Egyptians or the Egyptian army to try to,
Yes,
of course,
distract.
defend our national security, and it's our Western gate. But, sir, let me take it from Dr. Azmy and to try to have this link or this connection between what happened and between what's going on against Daesh in the three countries he kindly mentioned, Iraq, Syria, and Libya. Recently, Fallujah retaken, Aleppo, there is a truce, and some also advances by the regime army is taking place, despite what's going, or the so-called opposition, armed opposition, because I don't know how they differentiate between the armed opposition and Daesh. And also Sirte is also retaken, and there is a lot of advances against Daesh these days in the three countries. So is it a coincidence, I mean, to find this shooting happening in America while the legitimate forces are fighting against Daesh in the three countries and advancing against them?
Well, yeah, I don't see any connection.
Okay.
I will tell you why. In Libya, as example, although they give some support to the government which is needed, the West needs this government, and they give some support to what they call it agreement government, and they give some military support for them to do something. That's why they fight in Sirte. Although the number of losses is too high. But if you know that Daesh have 8,000 personnel fighter in Libya, as example, and they are still not touch it. So what happened in Sirte is just a push to the government, which is needed by West, against the parliament and Khalifa Haftar. They want to say that this government can do that, and we want to take the parliament and Haftar aside because they don't want them to be in the scene or in the picture. If you go to Syria, why Daesh went to Syria? Daesh went to Syria to create the Kurdish state. If you remember what happened. The Kurd, until Daesh go there and fight them, they didn't fight. When the Daesh start to fight and take part of the Kurdish places, the Kurdish army start or groups start to fight. They are now, after Kobani, they are now a power and they want a free state. And I think they advertise what they need.
Propagate for what they do.
Independent state. And this will not touch Syria alone. It touched Turkey.
And Iraq?
Iraq is already separated, but there is Turkey, which is part of the NATO, member in the NATO. You know, look to what they are doing. So Daesh here is to create a Kurdish state in Syria and Turkey.
So, sir, you want to say that Daesh is to be used whenever it's beneficial for America?
For the American plan.
American plan.
Yes.
And if not, they were going to get rid of it.
They will disappear.
In a minute.
They will disappear.
In a minute.
In a
Yes.
minute.
They will run to another place.
In a minute.
How, sir? How they are going to to justify this?
Okay. They did.
How?
You did. Now fighting, joining Russia to fight Daesh, they can tell them, okay, you back off, we'll take over like what we're doing now. How can the Syrian army to turn from left to right, now it's completely wiping Daesh and all this, in fact, the Free Army, all back off and are taking over. There is a deal between Russia, America, and some other Arab countries who are already in the area and trying to get rid of al-Assad. All of them, they got together to one plan, and this plan is working.
Then the Geneva talks, for example, are only camouflage? Or just for the international community to say that they have tried diplomatic solutions?
No, it is to keep something going on to show, okay, that we are going to try next time, till everything will go smoothly, because it doesn't make sense to anyone in the world that it disappear in a second. Can you tell me from where Daesh, just only troops of supposed to be Muslims, fanatics, to get all these weapons, anti-aircraft missiles?
Who trained them first, sir?
To start with, who trained them?
Who trained them?
Okay.
Who
And
is buying
keep
the
going?
oil of Libya?
Who
Is buying the oil of Iraq?
Who keep giving them? Erdogan's son is the one who's buying the oil from Daesh and taking it to Turkey.
He doesn't deserve his name, Bilal.
See?
Yeah.
It's a game. It's a big game. And they know exactly what they are doing. Exactly.
Sykes-Picot had been changed to be Lavrov-Kerry in some countries in the Arab area, especially Iraq, Syria, Libya, and Yemen. And
Yemen is different, sir.
And possibly Sudan.
Okay, but I think, don't you think that Yemen is a little bit different?
It is the same thing, divisions.
I mean, if you permit me, the pressure or the influence, to be accurate, of Iran in Yemen, I think can change the image in a way?
It is all the American papers,
Okay.
including Iran. Iran is working in the same plan. Okay, you have now many groups fighting in Yemen. Okay, the South Yemen want to separate, right? The North Yemen, they are fighting between Hussein and Saleh and the official government with Saudi Arabia and the Gulf. The end result will be, after all this, that we have 2 or 3 Yemens.
Who is going to permit this to happen? The Yemenis? The Arabs?
Yes.
The money. The money.
You mean here it's everyone is going to work for his personal interest, far
Exactly.
from
Yeah,
the
exactly.
general interest
Absolutely.
of the nation?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Like your people here, the activists.
Yes.
All these people working
Sir,
for what?
Of course, you do have all the right to say whatever you like when it comes to those who are trying to conspire against our country, because those cannot be Egyptians. I mean, those who are just abiding by the conspiracy and abiding by their personal interests, far from our general interest, they are not included or to be integrated into our society anymore. But regarding what you're saying, is saying that the so-called Arab Spring was a conspiracy from scratch. True?
True.
I mean, in all
True.
countries? I mean, starting from the Jasmine Revolution from Tunisia? It's a yes or no question, sir.
Well,
May I answer?
yeah, sure. But
I-
I'm going to confirm if it's correct or not.
Okay, great. Go
Yes.
ahead, sir.
No, you tell me what.
No, I mean, there are powers, in a way, who used our youth, in a way, our citizens, in a way, to say that it's your time to rebel, to be rebels, to be a revolution, to a revolution to erupt and to take your own rights, because being ruled by dictators is not a way to live. Some of them believed in that, and others were paid to convince others to believe that. True or false?
To me, it's not true.
Yes.
Great, go ahead.
Yes.
We have a true revolution. Because
Okay.
there was a dictatorship, there was corruption, there was all the events which lead to a revolution.
Great.
But what happened is that there is countries have some people well trained, they know how to
Infiltrate
inside this revolution and direct it in the way
they like.
they like. This is
Dr.
in my
Azmy.
opinion.
Oh, okay. Now I would like to say something. In any country, especially our area, you can kill if anyone come nearby your religion.
Yes.
The young people in January 25th were very well used. Muslim Brotherhood on January 24th, they said that it is a sin if you go against the leader,
The ruler.
the
Yes.
rulers. Okay? And on January 28th, when they found young people planned to be from 9 o'clock till 5 p.m. and goodbye,
Yeah.
they told them, no, hold on. 28th, they told them, thank you so much, bye-bye,
home.
we'll take over.
Yeah. It's
And
our
this is
turn.
exactly what happened in Tunisia. In Tunisia, they used a young person who was killed, and they start putting the fuel. So it is the most important thing.
We have 30 seconds, by the way.
Okay, most important thing it is to get people to fight against each other. You know, like
Yeah.
like a conquer, then rules. Okay.
Divide to conquer.
Or
But
divide
we
to
have
conquer.
learned the lesson. I think Egypt is totally different. And inshallah, we are going to remain Egypt.
Inshallah.
All the time big sis, and all the time being pushed forward, stepping to success. And the Egyptians learned the lesson, sirs.
Absolutely.
Well, Dr. Mahmoud Azmy, Dr. Salah Abdullah, thank you very much for
It's a
being with us.
pleasure. It's
I
a
had the
pleasure to be
pleasure to be with you, sir.
Thank
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, by this we come to the end of this episode of Windows. On behalf of Dina Hussein, Lumiere Shuman, Ashraf Makram, and myself, Nermeen Abdurrahman, many thanks for watching. It's goodbye.